Our final guest has been an important feature of Vancouver's art scene since the 1970s. From his role in the Intermedia Project, to the Western Front, to the founding of Centre A, and now his passion to see Vancouver get a new art gallery. And he continues his prolific creation of meaningful art now at the Franc Gallery. He embodies the contemporary history of art in this city. Please welcome Hank Bull.
I want to tell you a personal story about my own life in art. It starts in the 1950s with the first artist I ever met, Maud Lewis. She lived down the highway in Nova Scotia in her wonderful house, painted all with flowers inside and out. They had a talking trout in the well. We used to go and visit. She was a big influence. I had one of her paintings in my bedroom. So this is an early work of mine from about 1959. I'm about 10 years old. You can see Maud was a big influence. I always wanted to be an artist. As soon as I could, I got out of school and I went to Europe. I spent a year looking at art in the great museums. This drawing is done in Madrid. It was 1968. It was a great year to be in Europe. Talk about disrupting culture. It was an amazing and life-changing year, really. Back in Toronto, went briefly to art school. This is a painting of a Chinese ginger jar. And you can see already a few fissures, a few cracks. But then suddenly, you know, the young romantic artist, the young Werther, disrupting inside, and boom. The paintings jumped off the wall, they turned upside down, and they hit the street, literally. This one is called Bread in the Street. It was destroyed within minutes. Destruction, of course, is essential to creation. And it started me on my way to making art outside the art world. I quit my job. Always quit your job. I moved to Vancouver. And I took the art to the airwaves. Started a radio show with Patrick Reddy on Vancouver Co-op Radio, CFRO FM, still going strong today. The HP Dinner Show. Don't touch that dial. Our show was called the HP Dinner Show, and as you can see, it was scientifically designed to help you prepare, eat, and digest your dinner. Ran for 8 years. We also made shadow plays, cheap way to make a movie. We made whiskey in an art gallery. It was slow art. We were alchemists. This was our vehicle. The HP sedan bottle. Riding inside, the third man. The spirit of collaboration. A real slave driver. Very hard to please, but you know, you never make art alone. This was our base of operations, the Western Front. An artist-run center, a place for performance art, for video, for food, for all sorts of activities that did not fit very comfortably into art galleries. From here, we communicated with artists around the world, and eventually we went around the world. This is Bali, where I was able to study briefly with a great Dalang Iwayan Wiju, incredible shadow puppet master. And then to India. Here's another great artist, Murugan Rao, performing on a silk screen in a little village in South India. This was life-changing to meet these artists. And I spent the next 20 years, 30 years, organizing exchanges with artists from across Canada around the world. For example, with the help of Zheng Chun Chen, I was introduced to artists in Shanghai, went to it there. It was an incredible scene. We wanted to make an art show together, and but not so easy at that time. They had a fax machine. So together, we invited artists to send their work by fax. We had an international exhibition of fax art in Shanghai. The show was called Let's Talk About Money because Deng Xiaoping said, it doesn't matter what color the cat as long as it catches mice. He's right. We caught a few mice. Meanwhile, back in Vancouver, with Zhang Shanchen and Milton Wong and others, we opened, finally, a center, a permanent home for contemporary Asian art, Center A, right across the street from Pigeon Park, the heart of the downtown east side. Look Ai, that's the name of the village. And this was a great meeting place. It was an incredible space for artists, for students, for collectors, for the local street people, anybody to come in and get together and make the city. We need spaces like this in Vancouver. Yeah. Art is about people. Here's one piece that we did out of 100 shows. Vancouver artist Germaine Coe. She worked with the Bottle Depot, United We Can, collected these bottles, cleaned them, made this beautiful installation. The people loved it. They know what a bottle is down there. It was very poetic. And they also knew the value of it. Those bottles are worth a fortune. And now today, this is what my studio looks like right now. I've come full circle. I'm back to painting. And like Germaine, I'm taking an everyday thing, a cardboard box. It's a wonderful thing to paint on. They're free, the only thing you can get for free. And when they're flat, they're a painting. When you pop them out, they're a sculpture. And then they're a photograph. You can look at them from different sides. They're empty, so you can fill them with whatever you want. They can be about anything you want them to be about. You can tell your own story. They can be about recycling. They can be about the Renaissance. They can be about Chinese literati painting. They can be about your city, this city, Vancouver. You know, we have some challenges here. But we're a great city, really great city. And I think we're poised to become the Florence of the 21st century. We're going to make this city the it city of the future. Thank you.